Young and the Restless next week. Billy lashes out and Lauren warns Michael. Young and the Restless sees Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, losing patience and hitting someone with a harsh ultimatum. Plus, Lauren Fenmore, Tracy Bregman, warns Michael Baldwin, Christian Jules LeBlanc, he might have gone too far and can be in trouble. Plus, Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, freaks out when Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, returns. Billy's ultimatum to Phyllis. Will she be shown the door on Young and the Restless? So as this week ends, we saw Billy trying to get Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, to stop pushing Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, to come and work with them at Abbott Communications. Billy can see quite clearly that Daniel doesn't want to do it, but Phyllis has got it in her head that she and Daniel are a package deal. Phyllis seems almost manic in her desperation to force Daniel to work with her because she worries about him spiraling out, but Daniel actually seems to be on the right path now. And he's kind of being zen. He's taking these guitar lessons with Tessa. He's thinking about things, right? If anybody's spiraling, I would say it's Phyllis. Next week, things get worse after she's clearly still pushing about Daniel coming to AbbottCom. And Phyllis pushed once too often, already, and Billy's just fed up. And next week, he tells Phyllis that both he and Daniel have asked her to stop it. So Billy says Phyllis has left him no choice. This is the second time, mind you, that Billy gave her an ultimatum about this issue. And this time around, looks like Phyllis either better do what Billy says or he's going to show her the door. Mariah's return and Tessa's worry. What's troubling the couple in Genoa City? Also, next week we have Mariah Copeland back home in Genoa City. She goes to see Tessa, but it seems like something's wrong because after they hug, Tessa is asking Mariah if everything is okay. And Tessa's wife looks a little worried. Hopefully something didn't happen to Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, or the others while they were away in London. Hopefully Ian Ward, Ray Wise, isn't calling her, Michael's risky moves in Victor's vendetta. Will it backfire? Meanwhile, next week, Victor Newman's, Eric Braden, lawyer/henchman, Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, tells Lauren Fenmore, Tracy Bregman, that he's trying to navigate the situation to the best possible outcome. Clearly, the situation that he's talking about is Victor's vendetta against Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Jabot and all the Abbotts. And whatever Michael has done, whatever he decided might de-escalate things well, may not work out like he thought. Because according to his wife, he has stepped in it. Lauren is sure that Michael has made the situation worse. And Lauren warns him that when Victor finds out what Michael did, it's going to come back and bite him in the butt. So clearly, while trying to derail his boss, Victor's vendetta, we're going to see Michael coloring outside the lines a bit. You remember he asked Victor if they can take their spies out of Jabot, and he told Michael no. And one of the spies is now a double agent that Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, and Jack flipped. Plus, Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, approached Michael about shutting this whole thing down and asking for his help. And when he told Victor, well, the mustache went nuts and vowed he'll never back down. Even Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, is tired of it. And she told Victor that she hoped that he was keeping too busy to plot against Jack and the Abbotts. But come on, when is Victor ever too busy for plotting? I will say rarely if ever. Young and the Restless. Jack and Diane's home renovation and Victor's relentless sabotage. Meanwhile, Jack and Diane take a brief break from the business drama to enjoy the remodel of the Abbott mansion. Jack, of course, was terrified of what he'd be walking into. But it turns out Diane did a fabulous job. She preserved the integrity of Jack's family home and their memories. And I thought it was a very understated makeover. Not a dramatic redo or anything. It all seemed kind of in the same style that it was already in. Nothing drastic. But next week, as they're settling back into the family home, Jack and Diane are going to have to work on their defense strategy because Victor is going to come at them again, trying to sabotage Jabot, and he's coming harder than ever. And even though Jack invited Kyle to move Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, into the mansion, his son said no. Kyle and Claire's move-in plans and the looming drama of May sweeps on Young and the Restless. So next week, we've got more of Kilio and Claire making their move-in plans and apartment hunting. That means Victor and Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, are going to find out. And that's going to be a huge subject of drama during May sweeps, which continues Young and the Restless is about to boil over, as emotions run high and loyalties are put to the test. Next week in Genoa City, Billy Abbott finds himself at a dangerous breaking point, while Lauren Baldwin issues a chilling warning to her husband, Michael. one that could shift alliances and expose long-hidden secrets. Billy's boiling point. Billy Abbott has always been a man of passion, for better or worse. But this time, that passion curdles into anger as he faces mounting pressure from every direction. The tension inside Chancellor Winters has reached a fever pitch. Devon and Lily are tired of Billy's impulsive decision-making and unpredictable nature. He's been trying to prove that his instincts are what make him valuable, but instead, they've begun to see him as a liability. The week begins with a heated boardroom confrontation. Lily, usually the voice of reason, finally loses her cool when Billy undermines her in front of Devon and Jill. "You're not the savior of this company, Billy. You're the problem," she snaps, her voice trembling with both frustration and disappointment. Billy, red-faced and seething, shoots back with his signature sarcasm. "You all wanted a risk-taker. Now that I'm shaking things up, suddenly I'm the villain? You can't have it both ways." But this isn't just about business. His personal demons are bleeding into his professional life. The stress of his breakup with Chelsea, his complicated co-parenting relationship with Victoria, and his desperate need for validation are driving him to self-destructive extremes. Later in the week, Jill tries to reel her son in. "You're burning bridges you may never rebuild, Billy," she warns, eyes full of motherly concern. But Billy's too wound up to listen. He slams his drink on the table and says, "Everyone's always telling me who I am. Maybe I should show them what happens when they keep pushing me." By the end of the week, Billy's anger explodes in a shocking public moment. At society, after a tense encounter with Devon, Billy loses control and throws a punch, an impulsive act that could destroy his reputation for good. Devon walks away furious, and even Abby looks horrified. The whispers begin almost immediately. Is Billy Abbott spiraling again? Lauren's growing suspicion. While Billy's chaos unfolds downtown, another storm brews across Genoa City. This one behind the Baldwin family's closed doors. Lauren Fenmore, who's always had impeccable intuition, begins to sense that something is off with Michael. It starts innocently enough. Michael has been working late, taking calls in hushed tones, and giving evasive answers about who he's representing these days. Lauren, ever the sharp observer, notices the change immediately. "You think I don't notice when you start lying by omission?" she tells him one evening, her voice calm but cutting. Michael insists he's just protecting client confidentiality, but Lauren isn't buying it. When she learns he's been in secret contact with Victor Newman, her concern deepens. "Don't tell me you're getting sucked into another one of Victor's schemes," she warns, flashing back to the many times Victor used Michael to do his dirty work. But Lauren's concern turns to fear when she overhears a partial conversation between Michael and Nikki at the Grand Phoenix. The words, damage control, and legal fallout, are enough to make her blood run cold. By midweek, Lauren decides to confront her husband head-on. "If you're mixed up in something that could destroy our family, I deserve to know," she says firmly. Michael tries to reassure her, but she's not easily swayed. "You're playing with fire, Michael. And the Newmans will let you burn if it suits them." Her warning is more than just a wife's fear. It's a prophecy. The Baldwin marriage showdown. Lauren and Michael's confrontation becomes one of the most emotionally charged scenes of the week. For a couple that's weathered decades of turmoil, this argument cuts deep. Lauren accuses Michael of putting his career above their marriage. Michael, ever the smooth talker, tries to charm his way out of it, but Lauren stands her ground. "I'm not your jury, Michael. You don't need to persuade me, you need to trust me," she says, tears glimmering in her eyes. Michael's silence says it all. There's something he's hiding. Something big. And for once, Lauren isn't sure if love alone can fix it. Later, Lauren confides in Phyllis, who, of course, stokes the fire. "If Victor's involved, it's never just business," Phyllis warns. "Michael's probably covering for something, or someone, and you'll be the one left picking up the pieces." Lauren doesn't want to believe it, but Phyllis's words linger. The web tightens. As the week unfolds, it becomes clear that Michael is entangled in something dangerous, and Victor's fingerprints are all over it. Rumors swirl that Victor has quietly tasked Michael with investigating someone close to the Newman family, and that he's been bending legal boundaries to do it. When Lauren catches Michael meeting with Adam in secret, her fears are confirmed. She confronts him later that night, voice trembling but defiant. "You're in too deep this time, Michael. And when Victor turns on you, and he will, don't expect me to clean up the mess." Her warning leaves Michael shaken. He knows she's right, But walking away from Victor's influence isn't easy. Not when he's already compromised. Billy's rage collides with Michael's secret. By week's end, two storms collide. Billy, freshly suspended from Chancellor Winters, storms into Crimson Lights and crosses paths with Michael, who's already on edge from Lauren's accusations. Billy accuses Michael of being Victor's puppet, helping the Newmans manipulate the business world behind closed doors. "You think you're so damn righteous, Michael," Billy sneers. "But you're just another one of Victor's pawns." Michael fires back. "Careful, Billy. You're one bad decision away from losing everything, again." The tension crackles like lightning. Two men push to their limits, both teetering on the edge of self-destruction. Lauren's final warning. The episode closes with Lauren standing alone in the Fenmore office, staring out the window as rain pours down outside. Her reflection is a portrait of heartbreak and resolve. She whispers to herself, "If he won't protect himself, I'll have to do it for both of us." Lauren picks up her phone and makes a mysterious call. "It's me," she says quietly. "We need to talk. It's about Michael." Who is she calling? Could it be Christine? Phyllis? Or even someone unexpected, like Victor himself?